You might remember about 2 weeks ago, I was talking about this supposed January 6th awards gala thing they were doing at Bedminster. Donald Trump was listed as a speaker. Um, Sounded like he may or may not have been there. They hadn't decided, but he was listed as an invited guest with a speaking opportunity. And this was supposed to be a big fundraiser, but they were mostly trying to fundraise to help the legal cases of all the J6 defendants and celebrate that Justice for All song or whatever it was called that they recorded that Donald Trump is now using as a promotional song. Well, it's now been postponed indefinitely. They said they may try to reschedule it after the election. Well, what could have changed? Well, one of the things I think happened is Donald Trump isn't going to be there. He's now listed as unlikely to attend. At least that's the way it was prior to them canceling. But beyond that, I think somebody in the Trump campaign or the Trump legal team said, hey, you know what? We might want to nix that for now and push it back. Why? Well, tomorrow, the date that the gala was supposed to be taking place, Donald Trump is going to be arraigned a second time. Now, he does not have to be there, but there's an arraignment in the J6 case in Washington, D.C., involving the superseding indictments. Donald Trump has pled not guilty or is going to be pleading not guilty to those charges by proxy by way of his attorneys. Judge Tanya Chutkan has allowed that. But they're also going to be looking at how to go forward with this case and getting a timetable and what witnesses are able to be called, things like that. And I think they decided that holding this event could be very detrimental to Donald Trump in that case, to hold it on the same day as a court date, one in which, yes, the judge has said he doesn't need to be there, but he's not going to be there, but yet he would be at an awards banquet potentially with other convicted felons or other indicted individuals. Because a lot of the featured, like the choir that recorded the song, they're all convicted felons that were serving time for their part in January 6th. Peter Navarro was going to be there. He's a convicted felon. And Rudy Giuliani was listed as one of the speakers, and he's twice indicted. So I think they didn't want this look out there for Donald Trump that he could hold this event, but he couldn't show up to court. And I think they're trying to distance themselves away a little bit from the January 6th matter because this whole court case is about Donald Trump and his part in that, in organizing it and supplying the ballot or the coming up with the idea for the electors and things like that. So they have postponed it indefinitely. I don't expect it to be brought back up after the election, especially if Donald Trump loses like I expect him to. Now, on the off chance he wins, they may kick it out till after the inauguration day when Donald Trump can make these charges for himself go away, and then they would hold it because there'd be no blowback to Donald Trump. But I do think that they postponed it because they're trying to avoid any potential extra negative blowback to Donald Trump legally and in the court of public opinion.